Hi friends, it's your friend Pastor Anita, and I am here in my basement study, just working it out on a Wednesday with the Lord. I've been reading the book of Jeremiah, and Jeremiah has always been one of my favorite books, but is really speaking to me in a very profound way today. Jeremiah is really upset with God. Jeremiah's like, look, this is not what I signed up for here, dude. You tricked me. Have you ever felt like God tricked you? Like, oh, come on and be a teacher. And now all of a sudden you're like a social worker. Or, like, come on and do this. And now you're like, ah, you're in over your head. It's like, this is not what I signed up for. And this pastoring gig, sometimes I'm like, this is not what I signed up for. Not what I signed up for. But the thing is, when we sign up, when we say, yes, Lord, we sign up for all of it. The good, the bad, and the ugly. And the beautiful, because the beautiful does come too. God's work is hard. Living life in this kingdom is hard. Fulfilling our purpose is hard. It's not pleasant. People are not going to always appreciate you, me. Sometimes we're going to have to make the hard decisions. We're going to have to say the hard things that people don't want to hear. This is just going to happen. And I tell you, it can be easy. It is easy to feel like I'm just done with this. I'm ready to throw in the towel and be done with this. I don't want to do this anymore. Today, I want to encourage you to stay in. Jeremiah, at the end of all of his, not the end of all of his lamenting, but someplace in all of his lamenting, in the 3rd chapter of Lamentations, he said, I'm feeling so depressed right now, and my soul is so downcast. And this is coming right off of him in chapter 20 of Jeremiah, saying, like, I should not even have been born. Curse the day that I was even born. Why did you even let me be born? Man, we can feel that deep sometimes, right? But he said, when I'm feeling like that, when I'm at my lowest, this comes into my mind and it gives me hope. And I hope that this brings you hope too. It says, great is the Lord's love. And because God's love is so great, we are not consumed. His compassions never fail. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. I say to myself that the Lord is my portion, therefore I will wait for him. The Lord is good to those who hope in him, to the one who seeks him. Whew. This life will kick our butts, but it won't consume us. This life will knock us down, but it doesn't get to consume us. This life will be difficult as all get out, but it's not the sum total of who we are. It's not the journey, it's just part of the journey. God loves you so much. God loves us. And this work is hard because this world is hard. But you know what? We can do hard stuff. We can say the hard stuff. We can stick in there. We can make the decisions. We can hold out for hope. We can trust. We can dig our heels in and really believe that God will make a way somehow. We don't have to be knocked to the left or the right. We don't have to be distracted and detoured. We don't have to be defeated and depleted, because great is God's faithfulness. God loves you, friends. I know it's hard right now. It might be harder right now than it's been for you in a long time. Financially hard, emotionally hard. Part of what Jeremiah was saying in here, he's like, I'm lonely. And I'm just by myself out here doing this work. I'm like, I feel you, bruh. I get it. And guess what? God gets it too. God gets us. And God's faithfulness, God's love, God's compassion, it never fails. So take a moment. If you're feeling down and depressed and sad and lonely and confused and frustrated, tell God about it. Because you know what? God is not so small that God would be offended by your frustrations. And God is not so frail that we're going to damage God's sense of being because we're like, dude, you're screwing up my life here. No, not at all. For the Lord who created you knows you. God hears all the secret tears and fears of your heart. And it is okay to let it out. It is okay to talk about it. And it is okay to just sit a minute in all that frustration. And it is also okay to let this hope rise up within you and remind yourself as often as you need to that God's love, it never fails. God's compassion, it does not fail. His mercies are new every morning. Great is God's faithfulness. So Jeremiah says, I look for this kindness. Look for the kindnesses of God. Remind yourself as often as frustrations creep into your mind, remind yourself of God's goodness, of God's graciousness, God's compassion, about all the times when you didn't know how you was going to make it out and you made it out. When you didn't know how you was going to make it over, but you made it over. When you didn't know how you were going to make it through, but you made it through. Those times have come and they have gone. They have ebbed and flowed. They have peaked and fallen. This too shall pass. Love you guys. Bye.